so we'll just wait for a few minutes for everyone to come on and then we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and post my shopping link right here in the comments. My tripod's like on its last leg, literally. This leg doesn't want to stay down. Technical difficulties. I'm like afraid to like let go. If you guys go that way, I'll catch ya. All right, I'll try not to touch it, I guess. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to find something to put on there. And ordering a new tripod today, apparently. All right, come on, pin, pin, pin. There you go. Ah. There we go. Jeez Louise. All right, so I went ahead and I pinned my totally Monday, right? I feel like I should put something heavy on there just in case. Let's see. Let's use the flat iron, should do the trick, hopefully. Move all my stuff. All right. Good old Monday. Just having such a good day so far. Until the tripod wants to fall off the table. All right. Now I just have a random cord in the way. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, you've been using your eye cream? Yay! Good. I want to see those before and afters when you get the eye cream or your mascara or your foundation or whatever. I'm tired of looking at my mug. I want to see your guys' before and after. So tag me in them on Instagram, Facebook, whatevs. Tag me so I can see your beautiful faces. I feel like there might be something better to hang on it. What else is heavy that would fit in that? Trying to MacGyver it. Oh well. Well, this isn't a Tinder site, Miguel, so you're gonna have to go away. There you go. All right, so hi guys. Sorry for the crazy beginning, but you guys can of course fast forward this if you're watching the replay. As always, hashtag newbie if you're new here. Usually I'm much more organized. But Monday. But I hope you guys are all having a good start to your week. I know we are here. Dry cough. I need to get an eye cream. Mine's almost gone. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you guys are loving the eye cream. And they just actually took the cap off the eye cream. I don't know if you guys even knew that, but last month you could only buy one at a time, and they took the cap off this month. So if you want to buy more than one, you can. So it's all right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and Ash is in the house. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them here. If you guys need me to message you, just hashtag, or I guess you don't have to hashtag, just comment color match in all caps so we can see it really well. So I can message you here on Facebook. Awesome. Hi, Donna. Thanks for being here. Hi, Nicole. I hope I said your name right. It's a cool way of spelling it. Thanks for being here. Lynette. Thanks for being here. Awesome. So many newbies. So cool. Hi, Gwen. Thank you. My earrings actually pinned in the description of the tutorial, and I left my coupon code Rhea15. But aren't these so cute? They're wood. And she also has so many other really, really cute pieces. Her name on Instagram is Maddie Ray, and she has some really, really adorable earrings. So if you're an earring lover like myself, make sure you check out her site over on Instagram, and you can use the code Rhea15. You can also just click on her link in the description of the tutorial. And now I'm gonna lose my phone. Okay. My phone tripod situation does not want to cooperate today. Woo, you almost left the building. All right, let's fix that. I've had this tripod for 5 years, so it kind of makes sense that it's saying quit. It's like, Watching for the hurricane. Ooh. I live in California, so the worst thing we ever have is earthquakes. But we never really have any bad ones. Ohio, gosh. I'm sorry, guys. This tripod situation today is driving me nuts. All right, that's a little bit better. So long as you guys don't fling out of there. Should I grab another eye cream or should I do the Youology serum? I would stick with the eye cream and then add the Youology serum. But the best thing that you're going to do for skincare wise is stay consistent. So whatever you're seeing results with, or if you're starting to see results with, stick with it, because it's when people switch products or stop using them, then they're like, oh, I'm not seeing results. You have to be super consistent with whatever skincare regimen you're using. So if you are using the eye cream, continue to use the eye cream, and then you can add on with other products. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, in the middle of winter, how crazy. That must have been the culture shock for sure. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks so much. If you guys have any questions on makeup, feel free to message them here. And then, as I said before, make sure you write in big capital letters, color match, if you need me to message you and give you a color match recommendation. For eyes, Janice, if you guys need any question, or if you need any help picking out products as far as eyeshadow or lips or whatever, just message me and I would be so happy to help you pick out some colors. For adult acne, message me. I have a really good skincare regimen for you. Does purple shampoo take to... Yes, Debbie, that's exactly what you use purple shampoo for, and it's amazing. I really love the one by Lange. I'll go ahead and type it right here in the comments. This is my Lange link, so you guys can check that out right there. All right, so for coverage, we'll go ahead and get started. So for today's coverage, I'm just going to use my Liquid Touch foundation. I love this coverage. It's so fast, it's so easy, and it's just like a true liquid. So you just take the dropper and you drop a few drops on top of your powder concealer brush. I don't know why I'm closing that. So what I do is, like I said, take a few drops of that, and then you're just going to do it right on top of your powder concealer brush, and then you'll just dot this around your face. I love this coverage because it's totally buildable. And it can go on light, medium, or full. So this is probably the best coverage option for if you're if you want to play around with how much coverage you want. So like some days I want full coverage, other days I want light coverage. So if you're like that too and you want to be able to choose what type of coverage you want that day, the liquid foundation is a really great option. So I love that it's totally buildable. It has ingredients in it actually that help to produce collagen, which helps to tighten your skin and just give it a more youthful appearance. So they kind of joke around and say that you age backwards when you use this foundation, which I think that's so cool because I don't know any other company that also has that ingredient in it. It has a big long name and I'm not going to lie, I don't know how to pronounce it. Put my concealer over my foundation like you suggested yesterday, and now I just need to work a little bit of creasing. Awesome, Katie. I'm so glad you like that routine better. I'm using the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch foundation. And as you see, I just popped that all over using the powder concealer brush, which is my favorite way to apply the foundation at first because it just gets it on there really nicely, really evenly. And I love this brush because it has the dual sides. So you can use this side for your concealer. You can use it for contouring your nose. You can use it for eyeshadow. Sky's the limit. So I really love this brush for doing that. So now I'm just going to take my Liquid Touch foundation again and just use a tiny bit, like half a drop on my finger, and I'm going to dot this around my skin. And now I'm going to go over it with my damp blending bud. So these are by Younique. If you guys have watched me for any amount of time, I'm a broken record when it comes to these blending buds. I'm obsessed with them. They are the best way to apply any foundation option as far as liquids and creams go. Sprays also, but they really compress the makeup down in a place and just give you an overall incredible full coverage feel. They make your makeup look so much more smoother. If you have large pores, fine lines, or wrinkles, they really help to give that really smooth and soft appearance as well. Hello from Australia. Awesome. Hi. I'm using the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch foundation by Younique, which again is right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. I love this foundation option too because you can mix it with other options. So if you wanted to mix it with your BB cream, you want to mix it with your concealer, all of those options totally work. So I love that it's one of the foundations by Younique that's the best for kind of playing around with, like morphing with, kind of morphing to what your preference is. I know the blending buds make the biggest difference, you guys. Can't wait for the cleanser to come back in stock. I know, me too. Good way to cover deep wrinkles on foreheads, skincare. I would definitely get the rose water and the Uplift Beauty Oil. Need help with adult acne and color matching as well. Brenda, message me or I will message you. Setting spray, foundation, concealer, setting spray, or powder, best brush to use. So for a brush for foundation, I would use the powder concealer brush. When it comes to powders, message me and I'll give you a link to the powder brush I like. And then for the pre-makeup routine, what I do is I go in with these guys. So I do the Touch Behold setting spray, then I go in with my mattifying face primer, and then I go in with the setting spray again. So setting spray, primer, setting spray is my routine that I start off with, and it really, really does make a big difference on the outcome of your makeup throughout the wear of it, and also helps with helping it last longer, look more full coverage, and look softer on the skin. So it really, really does help. All right, so now for concealer, I'm actually going to do something a little different. Typically, I like using my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, but I'm going to show you another option that you can do for here. And you are going to use the stick foundation, and this is in the shade Scarlet, which is the lightest shade. So this is a really good option to be able to use if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your under eyes, or say you're not like a huge fan of liquid concealer. Totally okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this on our under eye, we're going to pop this on the center, and then like center of the forehead or center of your face. And then now we're going to take our blending bud and we're going to start to blend that out. So the reason that I said that this is a good option if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your under eye is because not only is it hydrating because it's a stick foundation, but it's also a thinner consistency than the Skin Perfecting Concealer. So if you aren't a huge fan of the texture of that, this is a really great option to be able to try. And for almost all skin tones, you'll be the shade Scarlet. If you're not sure if that's the right shade for you, just send me a selfie facing a window, or just comment color match in the comments and let me know that you want a recommendation for the stick foundation to use as concealer. So as you see, it blends out very well, and it also, because it's a really light color, also acts as a highlight too. So it's gonna brighten and illuminate the center of your face and underneath your eyes. So it really does give that really healthy, toned appearance, especially on your under eyes. And again, that was the stick foundation in the shade Scarlet that we used for concealer. Can you tell me the best foundation for wrinkles around your lips? I would probably do the spray foundation. Thanks, Jenna. Blending buds make a world of difference. Totally agree. Awesome, Rebecca. Thank you. What did you just use? That was the stick foundation in the shade Scarlet that we used as our concealer. All right, so now that we have our foundation, which again, that was the Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace, and then we did our concealer, which was the stick foundation in Scarlet. Now we're gonna set everything so it stays really well. So we're gonna take the, this is a blending bud by a company called Real Techniques, and we're gonna take the setting spray, spray that on there, and then now I'm going to take my Touch Behold translucent setting powder. This is a setting powder. It is translucent. There's no like real color to it. So we're going to take that on there, and we're going to use this to prevent any creasing. Also helps to minimize the appearance of pores, and it also helps to brighten, and it will help to give it a little bit more fuller coverage. So I use this product in a technique called baking, and what baking is, it's essentially just using a lot of it all over it, and the heat from my face is going to bake this product into my skin. So if you do have fine lines and wrinkles or dry skin, you may not want to use the product this way, but what you'll do is you'll utilize let's see if I can find a brush to show you. You can use a brush similar to like this. And what you'll do is you'll tap it into the mesh plate, and then you'll just tap it on just like that, all over in the areas that you need it. So you can totally utilize this product still. You just want to use it a little bit differently. So now I'm going to use my fan brush and sweep this away. Yeah, spray foundation is really good. I actually used it yesterday, so if you want to see that tutorial, that's still up. You'll just go to my page and click on videos, and all of my videos are still there. Awesome, thanks Rebecca. Hello, newbie for your life. Awesome, hi Cindy, thanks for being here. I need a color match for the spray. Rebecca, what shade do you use in the liquid? Or the stick? And I can give you a reference. Use setting spray and Scarlet for this step and it worked. Awesome, awesome, great idea, I love it. All right, so again, that was the Touch Behold translucent setting powder that we just used. And now we're ready to give our whole face some even coverage. So my favorite product from Younique, one of the top 5, is this right here. This is our pressed powder, and I tell you guys all the time, our pressed powder is more of a finishing powder because of how light and soft it is. A lot of people think that you can't use a pressed powder if you have mature skin or dry skin or fine lines and wrinkles, and I'm here to tell you that that's a myth. And it is so good. It may be true with other pressed powders, but not with this pressed powder. It totally evens out the coverage, gives your appearance on your skin a very soft, like natural appearance. So I've only done one side of my face. Click that little thumbs up if you see the difference. No pressed powder, pressed powder. I'm telling you guys, it really evens out the coverage. It really does make a big difference. Look at my under eye, for example. Isn't it so much softer on this side versus that side? Isn't that crazy? So it really does make a big difference on setting your foundation, even if you have dry skin. It's going to keep the makeup in a place. It's going to keep your foundation in a place. Think of it as a finishing powder, not so much a pressed powder. Typically, pressed powders are going to provide a lot of coverage. Our pressed powder is more of a light coverage option, which I love that it is, because then you can utilize it on top of any foundation option without making it look heavy or cakey or powdery. So we're just going to take that on a big giant kabuki brush, which you can message me for the link to this, and apply that all over. And now we have a very soft, even appearance. Pressed powder is a must-have. Totally agree. For those in the back, so good. All right, so now for contouring and highlighting, we're going to use the same exact product, which is the pressed powder, but this is going to be in the shade Twill, and this is a really good product to use for contouring because it is a pressed powder. So like I said about the Younique pressed powders, so easy to blend and move and build on because they're not super heavy. So I actually love using this product for contouring. So what you're going to do is start at the top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth and just go back and forth. Turn your brush, swirl it over that area, and you're going to start to give that shape and dimension back to your skin. Perfect, Allison, I'll message you. Yes, Rebecca, I'm seeing your comments. I responded back to you about the percentage. Okay, awesome, Kim. I'll make sure to message you. Yes, for upness, for arthritis, it would be really good for the balm. The balm would be really good. This Savvy, I think it's called. But you can message me for my link and I can give that to you. Message me, I give you the link to the kabuki brush. How do you do your makeup in a white shirt? This makeup doesn't really have a ton of fallout, which is another benefit. Another plus. Hey, I think she asked that you tell her what shade you... Yes. Yes, exactly. All right, so now for the contouring, we're still just going to warm up our complexion, which is around the forehead and then along the hollows of your cheek and then around the jawline. And then for your nose, I always just kind of tap off a lot of that product, squeeze the brush, and then run it down the sides of the nose. And this is really just going to illuminate the center of your face. And wherever you put a contour is going to pop, or I'm sorry, is going to recede, and wherever you didn't is going to pop outward like that. So it really does complement your complexion really well, and it also makes your makeup look like it matches even better. So really must do process to your makeup look. Even if you're not into contouring, you can do it really, really soft. Do you like the pressed powder over the bronzer for contour? It's so, I don't know, yes, I think yes, because they're so different, because the pressed powder is matte. The old bronzers were not matte. So it just depends on your personal preference if you're liking a matte bronzer, which typically people do. So I'd say yes. I do like that. I think it is easier to blend out easier. So for that reason, yes as well. All right, so now for our blush, we're going to use the pressed blush in the shade Sisterly, which is my favorite. I love the way that this color complements not only my skin tone, but also complements the contour. It makes everything kind of fade together and melted really nicely. Also has this really, really pretty sheen to it, so it acts almost as like a glowy highlight, which is really flattering on your skin. So for highlight, I am going to use the Touch a la Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly is the color of this. And we're going to pop this on the center of our face mostly. So bridge and tip of the nose, so it gives it that really pretty glow. And then highest parts of the cheekbone. And it's okay to overlap when you're doing your highlight and your blush. It's totally okay to overlap because it's just going to create that really soft melted appearance. What brush do you recommend for a must-have? I would do, if you had to only choose one brush, I'd probably do the tapered blusher brush for your contour. That brush matters. Like, I usually typically tell you, like, oh, this one doesn't matter, you can use any brush, but for contour, this brush right here is a must-have. Like, it does matter what brush you use for contouring, and I would do this one. Tapered blusher brush, and it's going to be under tools, and all of the tools, the makeup, the skincare, everything I'm referring to is all available right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find everything. And like I said before, if you need to be color matched, just comment color match in the comments and I can message you here on Facebook. You also use a stick in the darker shade for contour. You can, Janice, yes. And that's a really good idea if you have more mature skin or fine lines, because it's a cream base, so it doesn't accentuate fine lines as much as a powder would. So the pressed powders are different shades in the liquid and spray, correct. And you can message me and I can tell you what color you are. Or you can tell me what color you are in the liquid or stick or spray, and I can tell you what color to get. Did you put foundation powder on your upper lip? Yeah, just like a hazard. Got up there, it's all good. Perfect, Catherine, I'll message you. All right, so now we're gonna use the eyebrow pencil in the shade medium, which is restocks next month. However, if you are blonde or have gray hair or red hair or light hair, you could utilize the brow pencil in the shade light. So it just depends what color hair you have. If you do have my color hair, we either have to use a eyeshadow for this step, or you can use the brow pencil in the shade medium next month. But just message me and I can give you a reference to what to use and what would be best. So just send me a message here on Facebook, like I keep saying, and I'd be so happy to help you guys. I always answer all of my messages same day, if not the next day. And I really try to keep on that, because I know I'm not the most patient person. So I like to be answered right away. So I always try to get back to you guys ASAP. Perfect, Michelle, I'll message you. Maybe like 3 weeks ago, May. Eyelet stick, what powder would I use in the powder? Best if you use eyelet. You'll want the shade Jacquard in the pressed powder. There's no sound. I would try it. If you're watching on a computer, make sure that you turn on the sound on your computer. And if you're on your phone, make sure that your sound is up. But if you have no sound, you didn't hear any of that. Yes, for the stick foundation, the shade Chenille is really good. That's my favorite for the stick foundation for contour. You're so welcome. All right, so now brows are done. So now what we're gonna do is our eyes. And like I said, I was gonna try to use the Addiction Palette 6 as many times this month as possible to show you how many incredible eye looks you can get from this one palette. So first, I'm taking the eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and we are gonna go over our eye. I say this word every day. The line behind your eyelashes is where you're gonna put it. So we're gonna take this eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and we're just gonna draw this on the waterline. There you go. Mind fart. We're gonna apply this on the waterline, but I love this eyeliner because it actually stays where you put it. It doesn't build up in your tear ducts, doesn't run, it stays put all day. So I love this eyeliner, and like I said, it's only $15. Where Chenille, what color pressed powder? Tweed for you. Oh, thank you, Waterline. Thank you, guys. Did I say what this month's kudos is? It is your choice of eyeshadow palette. So you get to choose between the Addiction Palette 6 or the beloved limited edition palette, or you can choose between the quad, which you get to pick 4 colors. You get to choose between your mascara, and then you can upgrade to include a eyeliner, which it's the limited edition eyeliner, which I'm going to show you guys how to use here in a second. But it's such a good kudos. I love it because there's so many possibilities with it. But like I said, if you guys need help picking out colors for eyeshadow, message me and I'd be so happy to help. But we are going to do this eye look with the Addiction Palette 6, which is a limited edition. You can kind of think of it as limited edition because once this is gone, it's gone. So In yesterday's tutorial, I talked a lot about how much I love this palette. So all these colors, when they made this palette, they tried to create a palette that has one of those like universal colors. So any palette you get, whether it be like a spring, a summer, a metallic, a matte palette, it typically has some like concrete colors to it. Colors that you'll find in every type of palette. So what they did is they took that idea and they made palette 6. So it's this almost rose gold, incredible palette, has browns, has maroons, has pinks, has champagnes. It's literally the best palette. So what you're gonna do is you can choose any of these colors for any of your eye looks. So yesterday we did Enthralled, which is this brown one. And then we did Lofty, and then we did Delightful. So those were the 3 colors that we used yesterday. So today what I'm going to do is use these 2 colors right here. So we're going to use the shade Blazing, which is a really gorgeous kind of like maroon brown. We're going to take it on the fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to pop this in the hollow of my eye, so in that crease. And with darker colors, I always try to remember a very simple rule. Keep your hand towards the back of your eyeshadow brush. It really, really does help create a very softer appearance of your eyeshadow. If you're holding it up here, you're gonna get a real dark outcome. So if you hold it towards the back, it really does help. Love as browns and pinks, yes, exactly, and reds. It's such a good palette. What foundation is better for fine lines, airbrush or stick? I'd probably do the spray foundation, Shelly. What is the eyeliner? I'll show you when I use it here in a second, but the shade is black. Exactly, Samantha, good job. I just said what the kudos was. However, I ended up buying them all. Oh, nice, awesome, Pam, I'm so glad you got it. So yes, like I was saying yesterday, the Addiction Palette 6, they did mention that the stock of it isn't that great. We don't have a ton of it, so it will sell out. I don't think it will last throughout the whole month, so make sure if you are loving this palette, you make sure to grab it ASAP because it's definitely one of my favorites. And like I said, I'm going to be utilizing it for most of all of the month and show you guys all the different eye looks you can achieve with this one palette. So it's perfect. You can save all these videos to your Facebook, so when you do get your palette in the mail, you can recreate each eye look and really utilize that palette. So make sure that you do snag the Addiction Palette 6 in this month's kudos, which is the only way to get it. You can't get it any other way because it is low inventory. So make sure you snag it ASAP. And it's on sale because it comes in the kudos, which is rad. Awesome, yes, rainbow zigzag, exactly. So when you are doing your crease color, something else that I keep in mind, I always swirl in the outside corner, and then you're gonna do rainbow, rainbow, and then you're gonna zigzag throughout the eye, and that's really gonna soften this, this line right here. So instead of having to blend it out later, we're gonna blend it out now. So you're gonna go, again, swirl on the outside corner, and I don't like to go any further than my eyebrow, so I like to keep it in that section, and then rainbow through, and then zigzag down. So just like that. And don't be afraid of getting this inner corner too. Just very lightly, and again, hold your brush towards the back. It really does matter on the outcome of the eye. Like I keep telling you, it's really, really gonna matter. All right, so now that we're pretty much done with this color, something I do before I move on is I open my eyes, and I'm gonna take my fluffy crease brush, and I will just drag this very lightly, it's barely touching my skin, on the brow bone right here, just back and forth, from the arch to the tail of your brow. And the reason that we're doing that is so when our eyes are open, you can actually see what's going on. Because typically when you do have your eyes closed or slanted, you're kind of focusing that color down here, and it's very easy to forget to rise up that color. So always make sure you open your eyes and just do a few little dashes up top. Yes, Tammy, everything I'm using and talking about is all available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Now I'm going to take the shade Calm, which is a matte, kind of like almost a white. This is the best color. I'm going to flip you guys off on accident, sorry. It's the best color, acts as like a magic erase marker, which is really, really great if you are using other eyeshadows, but this is going to make our eyelid pop. So we're going to take this first with our finger, just to get it real nice and on there. Acts a little bit more pigmented. And then I'm going to take my liner shader brush, and I'm going to take the shader side. I'm going to wipe off anything that was on there from yesterday. And I'm going to grab the shade Calm again, which is this really nice matte white. And now I'm going to take this and apply this all over the lid. And I'm going to be using more of a pressing motion than a swiping motion to help it look a little bit more pigmented, just like that. Little hair and some hair in the brush pressure. All right, so same thing up here. So we're just going to press, press, press when we're getting up closer to the crease, just to make sure everything looks very soft, just like so. And then now I'm going to take the liner side of that brush and grab this color again, which was Blazing. And now we're going to run this down along the bottom lash line, and this is going to create that just finished kind of cohesive look. So we're going to stick to right underneath the lash line. This also is a really good kind of trick for hiding under eye fine lines. It kind of creates like an illusion. Takes the focus off of your fine lines. Hello? No, May, they don't. So we're just going to drag this underneath, and this is one of my favorite brushes for eyeshadow because you do get that dual side, so it's like buying two brushes in one. And this is my favorite one for doing the under eye because it's slanted and it's more dense, so it really does help create this very soft, straight line. And then again, I'm going to go in with Calm and just make sure everything looks really good before we're finished. And then I'm going to grab my fluffy crease brush one more time and then grab the shade Blazing and then just touch up that crease color. And then you can kind of go back and forth till it looks the way you want it to. So my goal is to make sure it looks really soft. All right, so before we move on, now I'm going to go in with my liquid eyeliner. You guys, this is my favorite liquid liner we've ever come out with. That has a felt tip, and it's so, so good, you guys. It's a black. It dries extremely quickly. There's no smudging. It's my favorite, and this was a limited edition, and it was around in November, and I didn't think we'd ever see it again. And I made sure to grab it in November, and I'm so glad they brought it back for a limited time, which again, it's only available in the Kudos. All right, so same thing on this side. And I'm just following the lash line. I make sure I can feel my lashes with my finger on the pen. And then I'm just working in like smaller strokes. And then when I get towards the end of the eye, I open my eyes. And then for that tail, I just kind of try to flick. Just do a little flick. Just like that. Then you have this like really, really soft little cat eye. And then it's all personal preference how far down you go, like towards the tear duct. But I do like it to kind of fade, almost like disappear. Like it's smaller and smaller, but I do like it to go all the way in. Just like that. It's so easy, you guys. I love this one. So again, this is going to be limited edition, so it will sell out. So make sure you grab that ASAP if you haven't yet. All right, so we'll just sweep away any eyeshadow that may have fallen. And then I always love to take my blending bud and bounce this off underneath my eye and catch any eyeshadow that may have fallen. Also kind of clean up this outside corner. And then we're going to set our makeup. And it's going to take away that makeup-y look, that powdery look. It really does add moisture into your foundation, which helps it to expand and which helps it to look a little bit more softer and natural on your skin. It's also going to help to prevent transferring. So it's really going to help with you wearing a mask or on your phone, or if you hug people, it really does help prevent that transferring. So I don't really like pull my eye. It's mostly for like stability. So I don't really pull it. I just kind of press here just for, like I said, stability, because I can't really like rest my hand on my face while I'm doing that. So I don't really pull it. But having an angled mirror really, really helps. And if you guys haven't seen me talk about my favorite mirror, This one is it. So this is the vanity mirror called the Gala by this company called Fancy. I have a discount code with them called Rhea15 if you guys haven't yet grabbed it. But this one is my favorite one. So it's angled like that and it can fully move like all over the place, can turn, has magnification, has the white natural light on there too. I don't have it on right now, but it's amazing. Has storage. It's so good. So if you have yet to grab a good vanity mirror, that really, really does help with the mascara and with liquid liner. My contact would pop out. So I wouldn't pull then. I would just close and then kind of put pressure right here just to help stability. I know I saw some other questions. No, it wasn't the dip and draw. So this one's different. This one is a felt tip. Thank you. Yes, I'm all self-taught. Yes, the mirror really, really matters. So message me or just comment, give me the mirror link, and then I'll message you the link. All right, so now for lashes, I'm gonna go in first with the lash primer. They always joke around and say it's a crime not to prime, and that is the same rule for your lashes. It really makes a difference with not only the length and volume of your lashes underneath your mascara, but it also hydrates your lashes, which helps them to become stronger and last longer throughout their cycle. And then it also is gonna help to kind of curl them. Does have that curled applicator, which really helps as well. So we're gonna go from the base of the lash all the way up and give it one good coat on top. Message me, Lori, or just ask for the mirror link and I can give that to you. I'll also type it right here if you want to go to their website. They're called Fancy. And then my discount code is Rhea15 when you're checking out on their site. All right, so now for mascara, I'm gonna use the 4D, and this is hands down my favorite mascara ever. It has the best length and volume. You guys, it has fibers infused in it. So as it's going along each lash, it's like wrapping it in a fiber hug. So there's no fallout of the fibers any longer. It is the best. And then I always roll along the back side, just like so. And this is gonna give you the most longest, fullest lashes ever. Any other tips to get my lashes curl? Mine are board straight. I use the primer. I would also use the Esteem Lash Serum when that comes back in stock. That really, really helps. The 4D also has really good curling capability to it. But if you need to, you can also use a lash curler, and you're gonna want to make sure it's like warm. So something that I know a lot of people do is they'll sit on it. They'll leave the lash curler underneath their leg while they do the rest of the makeup. So then when they get to the lashes, it is warm. So you could try that. The mascara is water resistant. It's not waterproof, but I've gone straight up swimming with my mascara on and I've never had any smudges or any of it running. So I say yes, but it's not like written on the website. When you use a setting spray pre-makeup, do you just spray it and let it dry? Yes, I spray it and let it dry. I don't touch it. I try not to touch my face at all with my hands unless I absolutely have to, because our hands have a lot of oil on them. And so if you are touching your face, a lot of people actually with acne, this is something that you may not realize. The more you touch your face, the more oil you're putting on your face, which can clog your pores. So try not to touch your face with your hands, like in general, like at all. It's also a good thing with what's going on in our world right now too. Do you use younique? Do you use younique? It makes a huge difference. I would totally agree with you, Samantha. Where is Ruth? I just opened my eyes and it smudges. Yeah, so definitely make sure you're using younique's products for sure. Yes. I would be careful with using a blow dryer because you don't want it to be too hot because you don't want to burn your eyes. All right, so now for lips, we're going to go in with our lip liner in the shade Prudent. And I'm going to line my lips with this. This is my favorite lip liner. This is like my go-to lip look. I had some eyeliner on there. All right, and then up here, this is my favorite lip liner because it not only is smudge proof, but it also is so creamy. It glides on. It's only $15. And it's gonna help to keep your lipstick in place. Keeps it from smudging, keeps it from feathering, keeps it from bleeding. So if you experience any of those struggles with your lipsticks, definitely recommend to make sure you line your lips beforehand with the lip liners by younique. And they're only $15 too. So now we're going to go in with the liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle. And this has been my go-to favorite one forever. And it's still in stock, which is so crazy to me. It keeps selling out and it's still in stock. So if you haven't yet, grab this color. So good. And I'm going to take this all the way to the lip liner. Just like that. Such a pretty matte. But today I'm going to use this lip gloss. It's not by Younique, but you can message me and I'll give you the link to it. And we're going to pop this right on top. Just for a little bit different of a look. And there we are. That's the whole makeup look. Yes, they're wood. But they're really light. Setting spray helps with humidity so it doesn't move. Yes, very good. Very true. And I have the link to the earrings in the description of the tutorial if you want to check that out. But as far as anything else that you guys need, make sure that you grab all the makeup right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. The lipstick that I'm wearing is the liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle. And then on our eyes, we're wearing the Addiction Palette 6, which is part of this month's Kudos. So make sure that you do snag that. I also used our liquid liner, which is part of the Kudos as well. So make sure that you snag both of those in the Kudos this month before they sell out. Also in the Kudos is any choice of any other of the eyeshadows. So make sure that you really take a look at all of those. And if you need any recommendations or help picking out colors, I'm so happy to help. But everything is just right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and then it's amazing for sensitive skin, yes. So if you have any questions or you need help picking out products for yourself, just message me here on Facebook and make sure you turn on the live notifications up here, those 3 little dots. Click those dots and you can turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on any other tutorials. And I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to pop on and do my hair. I think I'm going to curl my hair with a flat iron today. So if you want to see how I do that, make sure you tune back in just a few minutes, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.